Today we're going to be making peanut brittle without corn syrup. For this recipe, you will need granulated sugar, butter, salt, baking soda, vanilla extract, and of course, peanuts. And if you're new here, I'm Maggie. This is No Frills Kitchen, where I teach you how to cook with confidence with nothing fancy required. To begin, add your sugar and a bit of water to a saucepan. Set it over the lowest heat possible and stir continuously until your sugar is completely dissolved, but has not come to a boil yet. This is by far the most important step in this peanut brittle recipe. If you have undissolved sugar crystals in your mixture after it starts to boil, it will almost certainly seize and crystallize, and there's no turning back. You're just going to have to start over. If you're worried that your mixture is coming to a boil before the sugar has dissolved, take it off the heat and keep stirring until you can get the sugar dissolved. Keep in mind that this can take a bit of time, but patience is really key when making any kind of caramel, and it will pay off, I promise. It's exactly the same method used in my caramel corn and my chewy caramel recipes. Once the sugar has dissolved, bring the mixture up to a boil. When the sugar syrup is boiling, do not stir it. Using a pastry brush, I find that a natural bristle brush works better for this, but a silicone brush will work if that's all you have. Brush down the sides of the pan with a bit of water to keep any stray crystals from forming. Turn the heat up and do not touch the mixture again. You can continue to brush down the sides, but ensure that you're not actually touching the sugar syrup. Keep in mind that the more you do brush down the sides, the longer the syrup will take to caramelize as you're continually adding water. The water needs to evaporate before the sugar can caramelize. By the way, if you're finding this recipe helpful, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find my videos, and I would really appreciate it. Keep an eye on your syrup as it bubbles away. It will seem like nothing is happening for a bit, but it's important that you don't walk away from this, as it could go from crystal clear to burnt in a second. Continue boiling the sugar syrup, brushing down the sides as needed until the mixture turns a very dark amber color and small wisps of smoke appear. You will notice it turn from clear to honey-colored to amber to dark amber very quickly. This does take a while. I find making caramel like this can sometimes take 20 or 30 minutes once I get the sugar dissolved. As soon as your caramel is dark enough, remove it from the heat. Add your butter, salt, vanilla, and baking soda. This can cause it to foam and sputter, but this is normal and don't be alarmed. Just make sure to be careful and stand back because this mixture is lava hot and can cause some severe burns if you're not cautious. Now, stir in your peanuts. Ensure that all the peanuts are completely incorporated into the caramel, but work quickly because you don't want it to begin to set, before pouring it into a prepared baking sheet. Using a heat-proof spatula, evenly spread the peanut brittle over the baking sheet. Then, let the mixture cool completely and harden. This will take at least 4 hours, but you can let it go for longer. Once the peanut brittle is completely cool comes the most fun part, in my opinion. In fact, it's worth making this peanut brittle recipe specifically for this reason. It's breaking up the brittle. Lift this sheet of peanut brittle from the dish. Set it on a large cutting board, cover it with another sheet of parchment paper, and gently but firmly whack it with a rolling pin. It's a great way to get your frustrations out. Once you've got your brittle broken into the size pieces that you desire, all you need to do is kick back and enjoy. Share it with your friends and family, or keep it all to yourself. If you liked this recipe, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. Enjoy!